What's up, Cool Out Corner? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we see you. What's going on? What y'all up to on this St. Patty's Day? Hello, mommy. My special guest is here. Let's bring him on. Building stuff. Hello.
Let me see.
Hey. How are
Danielle, what up?
you? What's going on?
I'm chilling. How you?
I'm doing well.
How you feeling?
Thank you for joining. Hey, Uncle
No
Laze.
doubt. What's going on, girl?
What's going on?
Yeah,
How's your
that's a nice shirt right there. I wish I had one. I wish I had one of them right there.
What are you?
Yeah, that's a nice shirt.
How do I get in this room? We can get you in here.
Who trying to get in the room? Who trying to get in the room?
Yo, what
Hello.
up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's
Honor.
poppin'? Tall Girl Tuesday. Let's go. Extra amp.
What's up, y'all?
What an
Easy
honor.
breezy. What's the good word?
I'm chilling out here, man. Nah,
I
this.
see you. You was at my spot today. I was so jealous. 800 degrees. I saw the spot.
Yeah,
Crazy.
man. Yeah. So when Danielle hit me on this morning, was like, "Yo, D, I need you to get on this." I was like, "All right, D, anything for you,
Oh,
man. Whatever,
D,
D."
Davey trying to act all cool. Hey, listen, Daniel. Davey trying to act all cool, but let me explain something to you. He left me out there today with Dame on the Tuesday meeting. You know what I'm saying? Because you know it was about the bag. So because D always going, where the bag at? You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
I was in there.
Yeah,
You saw
Danielle
that,
was in
right?
there.
So he broke out on me.
Yeah,
It was
that's
at
how it
800
is.
degrees. I see my man Doc Ish in here. OSG is live and direct. Shout to Dr. Riley, Dr. Action, Tall Girl Tuesday. You know what this is. Yo, Danielle, first of all, let me say this to you. I ain't going to take over y'all whole show. I'm going to get out of here. Randy James in here, too. This is crazy. But let me just say this to you. Your Tall Girl, your podcast game is immaculate, Queen,
Yeah.
Goddess. Listen, I know talent. You got to receive this. Let me give you this.
Okay.
Your podcast game is immaculate. Yo, when D's like, yo, Laze, you got to do your podcast. I was like, wait. Daniel got to hear this. Let me. I had to rethink my whole game. I was like, I can't go wrong. I got to come right.
We have big things coming for the whole podcast, OSG.
Yeah, you know what, Lace? Yo, Lace, get off, man. Go get the whole crew. Bring the whole crew back
All
with
right,
you.
I'm gonna tell everybody to come
Go
through.
get the
All
whole
right,
crew
yo,
back with you.
Daniel, I'll talk to you later. You can talk to D. Now he want to talk.
Okay.
All of a sudden, he want to talk.
No.
Easy breezy
I'm
want to talk now.
I said, Lace, go
I'm
back
out.
and get the crew.
I'm out. I'll talk to y'all later.
Go
Holla
get
at
the
your
crew,
boy.
Lace.
All right, OSG in the building. Love
Go
you,
get the
girl.
crew.
Come on.
Go get the crew, Lace.
All right, I'm out.
All right. What up, D?
What's going on? Thank you for your
Chilling.
I don't
Listen, man. You know, it's
know.
funny. It's funny when people see Lace. You know, I see me and Lace together. I don't think they quite understand it. Well, you know, I'm not going to jump too far ahead of you, D, because I know you had an agenda for the night. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, Lace is more than just a friend. He's more than just a member of OSG. Like he's real family. Like he's my brother for real, for real. So make sure you know later on we touch on that a little bit. But let everybody know why we're here.
So we're here because you were my special guest this week on my podcast.
Hmm.
I named it the official OSG, and a lot of people were DMing me and shooting me tweets on Twitter like, "Wow, who is this person? I need to know more about him and what he does." Like, they're like, the coalition is dope, and we just want to know. We need more. We need more. What's the word I'm looking for? Like OSG is out there, but they
No,
don't
no doubt, no
got it.
doubt. Well, Well, you know what, D? Here's what you got to do. First and foremost, you got to admit to the people that I came through and I gave you a dope podcast. I gave you a dope interview.
Yes,
But
you did.
then I was trying to fix you up real right with your podcast, and you ain't want to listen to me. And so next thing you know, me and you, our heads are cut off in the joint. You know, we not positioned properly and stuff. So just let the people know that this is the second go round. And again, I wouldn't have missed this for the world, D, because you definitely, you've been somebody who's been rocking with us with OSG for a long time, man. You kept it light. You know what I'm saying? You stayed under the radar and all of that. But I most certainly appreciate you for what you've done with OSG just by being, having a presence. So, real quick to everybody here who don't know, my name is Dennis McKesey, and I've been an educator in New York for over 25 years. From school aide teacher, assistant principal. I was a principal for 10 years. For the past 8 to 9 years, I've been providing leadership development services to principals all across the country. So just this past year, during the pandemic, I felt like there was most certainly a need to pull the crew together like Voltron. And like my man Akbar would say, man, like he called me the RZA from Wu-Tang, and how I just brought the whole crew together for something dope, such as, the coalition of OSG together. And so, I guess the rest is history. And, later on, I'll ask you the question about how you got on to OSG and exactly what does it mean for you as well. So I'm going to let you do your interview. I'm going to let you do your thing. I'm going to step back and answer any questions you got.
Okay, well, just a couple quick shout outs I see in the comments. Dr. Riley, Principal April Young. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for checking in. This is such an honor. Oh, thank you. Red lipsticks, that's my thing. That's my thing. Thank you,
OSG in the building. Make sure y'all gonna tell everybody. Tell everybody in OSG you can. Let them come over here and support Tall Girl Tuesday, although it's Wednesday.
Absolutely. So, yeah, the episode, the video wasn't up to par, so we had to chop that part. But I said, at least if he'll agree to come on live with me, the people can see you.
No doubt.
Definitely drop those questions in the chat. I already see somebody asked a question, and this is actually someone. Shout out to Ryan from Adventures with Pictures podcast, and he had nothing but great things to say about you and about the episode. And he's asking, is OSG only in the New Jersey, New York area? So that's something you can.
Nah, it's actually not. So what it is again, I work with principals, New York, New Jersey, South Carolina, North Carolina, Kentucky. I got some people from Utah. My man, Principal Ra, who's on here too, from Compton, California. So nah, absolutely not. And I want people to be fully aware that I started this coalition for principals who really just kind of needed that space to be themselves and to also build and to grow. But now, as we can see, by the likes of you and people like Dame Dash and other people who come through, it's beyond just simple, it's beyond just educators now. That if you have that mindset of change and you want to really help change our community and make it a better place for Black and brown children across this country, OSG is a spot to land. So I just had to tell you, D, that the funny part about it was I didn't anticipate it going past what it was, which was, I knew all of these dope principals. Let me just put them together in the room. Let them all see how dope they was. Because I struggled with that before the pandemic. Because they would always say to me, D, I need some support on this. I need to meet with more of your principals who I know is doing this. And believe it or not, the pandemic really pushed me to get them all into one room for that sole purpose of getting to meet each other and to actually extend some great practices amongst one another. So it has just grown to where it is right now. But I can tell you, as far as what OSG represents, if you really about helping change the lives of young people and change the communities in which they've been marginalized and basically been taking advantage of families and stuff like that, and that poverty is rampant in those communities, yo, just mess with OSG. That's what we're about.
Absolutely. Someone asked the question, is OSG, what did it say? Just an educational group?
No. And again, that's what I said earlier. Initially, that's how it started. But again, what I recognize is everybody has a talent. So when we tapped into you, Danielle, we recognized that you had such a reach when it came to, doing podcasts, and really you had such a reach in how to, to get in front of people. And so, you've been with us then in what, 6 months, 7 months? And yeah, so you've been with us damn near 8 months. You know what I mean? And so to answer that question, no, it's not just about educators, although primarily it was designed for educators. And so everybody that comes into an OSG session, whatever it is that we're doing, you can most certainly learn something that can help transform a community.
That's dope. Absolutely. So I know you said you had a question for me. Oh yeah, and April was saying in the comments, there are politicians, artists, educators. It's just a little bit of everybody sprinkled into the family.
Yeah. So once again, it's funny because no matter what, and I said it earlier today, and I say it all the time. People always ask about, well, what is OSG? And again, OSG, off school grounds. Period. If you're going to go and if you want to make changes to your community, it's going to happen off school grounds. And basically what it is that we have these educators, these politicians, these entertainers, these, athletes, people who just want to do the same. We live in an environment where I think everybody recognizes there are problems, but most people don't know where to turn to actually get the support. So OSG just decided to be the conduit between changing communities and everybody else who wants to help to do so.
That's dope. And someone asked, how can you become a part of OSG?
Yo, just come through. You know how it is, Danielle. You just come through on a Thursday, you stick around, and if it's something that you love to be part of, yo, you'll stay. So
Yeah.
reality of it is that, and I'm glad that question was asked because, I think oftentimes people like to do things such as tell people, let's create this group, let's charge dues, all that kind of stuff. I don't want none of that. Like, I just want, if you generally want to help the movement and making life better for young people and families in marginalized communities, then basically just come in and help. Like, I don't need to invite you now. I'm just telling everybody under the sound of my voice, if anything, just come through. Just come through on our Thursday meetings at 4 p.m. right here on, I think matter of fact, in the morning, I'll post a flyer. Just come through, man, and you just never know who's going to pop up.
That's a fact. I've met a lot of people. And I'll have to say, once you come in, you don't leave. So
for real,
I'm a part of the family.
Yes.
White guys like OSG too.
Absolutely. That's Randy James. That's Laze. He's on Laze's he's on Laze's early morning show on Facebook called The Raw Perspective, the morning emails. And so Randy James has been an amazing supporter for Laze Elliott, but he's also been a supporter of OSG. So I take my hat off to Randy James. He's one hell of a guy.
Absolutely. So yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about. Well, you asked me a question. I can't remember what it was. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying, D. How did you find OSG, and basically why you still here?
So I came into OSG through Principal Akbar. For a lot of people who don't know, because a lot of people from OSG have never even heard me talk. A lot of times I don't even show my face. I'm kind of in the cut. But one thing, I am a coach through Newark Public Schools. I worked at Shabazz for a while, Shabazz High School. It's in Newark. So I've been coaching and in the education field somewhat for a while. And in addition to that, I am a disaster response crisis counselor through FEMA. I think I explained that to you, but for the people who don't know, which means that it's all volunteer work. And I basically, when the pandemic hit, I had to provide services for families and adults who are trying to find services because they've run out of resources. They need food for their children. They need to find ways they can get shelter, income, and things like that. So the first thing that I picked up, and being on the OSG Zoom meeting on Thursday, was that there are a lot of resources here that I need to pass off to the people that I provide services to. And it's dope because I volunteer for the Essex County area. So like I was saying on the episode, for those who haven't listened to this week's episode, is featuring Dennis, who, you know, and I was saying that a lot of parents were struggling, just trying to make a way for their children. So a lot of things that I've heard and learned from OSG, I've applied it to helping these families, and I found that so amazing. And I just felt like, okay, this is my home. Like you were saying, this is my tribe, because it's just wrapping services around people the best we can.
No doubt. Hey, D, matter of fact, before we go on to the next question, did you stop and see Indri?
Did I do what?
Did you stop and go see Indri about the Jackie ad?
I did.
So where's that?
I didn't get it. No.
Okay.
I didn't get it.
Okay, just double checking.
I was
all right.
Like, is he gonna tell you when it's ready or me, so I can show the people the drip? You know.
No problem. I'll get it. I'll make sure. I'm gonna call him tomorrow.
Okay.
Good. So yeah. So Randy James in here asked, in terms of, how can people support and donate to OSG? Just go to the official OSG webpage, and again, there's a donate page there. Again, we are an official non-for-profit organization that's run in a way that, if there's a need in the community, we're gonna go about doing something about it. So if there are people that are hungry, we're gonna do something about it. If there are people that are, that are in need of clothes or other resources, we're gonna do it. And we always, obviously donations are always accepted and always appreciated. But even if no one else did it, we were gonna go out there and do it anyway. If we talk about the communities that we serve, and we know that there's a need, we do it every day. Principals do it every day. School leaders do it every day. So I just recommend that, again, if you want to find a way to support what we do, just go over to the official OSG, our website, and you can make the donation there. But come on, D, let's get into some real talk here. Come on, because come on, let's get some real talk here. What else you want to know? And then we're gonna go back and forth.
So what I do want to know is, that I didn't even get to ask on the episode, but just piggybacking real quick about what I was saying about me being a disaster response crisis counselor through FEMA. I had to do a lot of training. I had to do a lot of, it's no joke, but I service those who have mental health and behavioral health diagnoses. That's where my specialty is, the behavioral health field. So I'm just wondering, in terms of the OSG platform, is that something that's being addressed? Well, I know the answer, but maybe.
Yeah, well, again, that's why you're there, right, D? So you've identified there's an issue, you bring it to us, and then we do something about it. So ideally what it is, if you think about it just simply by way of education, we're going to basically leave, dozens, if not thousands of people, we're going to leave them out in the cold. And that's not the objective here. So if you know that there is a need for, marginalized communities, underserved communities that are struggling, then, if you let us know, then we can do something about it. So one of the big things that, you can ask any one of the principals that's part of this is every day that they go to work, they go into communities that need them. And so if you're talking about improving student achievement and improving test scores and stuff like that, but you're not going to address the needs of the community, you basically just spitting in the wind, because it ain't going to work. So let's not fool ourselves into believing that community development and community involvement isn't a priority when it comes to actually moving children and moving test scores into, getting kids to perform better in school. If we know a kid is struggling, we know the kid is hungry, I'm sorry, it's going to be a strong likelihood that child is not going to be able to perform at its highest. So most of the principals recognize that, and they're doing something about it. Our job as OSG is to do it as a coalition and as a crew. So if you got something going on in your school by way of a food distribution center, if you trying to do a pantry, if you're trying to do, a coat drive or whatever, just holler at us, and we come through and we support big time. And I know everybody in here that's ever been part of anything that they've asked OSG to come through. We come through thick. We come through thick as thieves. So you already know how that works.
It's very exciting to see. Hopefully I can get involved in the more in-person things. You know, COVID is a little, but
Yeah, no doubt. And you know what? But Daniel, I'm glad you touched on that, right? I'm glad you mentioned that because, I mean, unfortunately, I mean, anytime you're gonna make a change in your life or somebody else's life, there's gonna be a sacrifice you have to make. And I'm not telling anybody to go out there and risk their lives amidst this pandemic. But unfortunately, sometimes we got to get out there and really help. And if ain't nobody else going to help, we going to help. If Put it this way, people didn't stop being hungry because of the pandemic. If anything, people got, poverty actually got heightened even more. So who's going to go out there and help support that? So you just try to take you try to take all the precautions necessary. You mask up, you pray, you get prayed up, and you go out there and you help, feed communities. You go out there and service how you can service. So I don't recommend everybody do it, but when it's a calling on your life as it is for me, then I don't have no problem getting out there and making sure that communities are taken care of.
Absolutely. And one thing that I recall you saying, it stuck with me since we did our interview. And you guys, if you haven't checked it out, please follow Tall Girl Tuesday. Check out this week's episode featuring Mr. McKesey. You said if you had one word to describe OSG, it would be community.
No doubt. No doubt.
Because I'm telling you, you really have to experience it for yourself. Like, I feel like what we're saying, it doesn't even do it any justice. Like, you really have to be there. Like, for the sign here, I feel like that applies to OSG.
Yeah, for real, D. I mean, that's why, again, it's a struggle it's a struggle for me to define what OSG really is, because it's what we aren't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're only thing I know for a fact that we're not fake and phony. That's the one thing I can tell you we're not. So I could say everything else that's going to be about change and about creating stronger environments for children and their families. That's what we're about. And you take your pick. What does that mean? That means if you hungry, we're going to feed you. That means if you need clothes, we're going to clothe you. If that means you need a word, we got a word for you. If you need some encouragement, we got that too. If you need some resources by way of toys or whatever during Christmas time, we got you there too. So once again, I think that whole community aspect of it, again, people aren't used to being part of a community. They live in one, but they're not part of one. And so when you're a part of one, you know when you've reached there, when you've gotten there. So most people here in OSG, we call it a tribe, right? Or I call it my family. But it's really, that's what a community should be. But many of us have never really experienced that in its totality. So that's why I think that term or that word of community is everything, because it encompasses not only OSG, but everything around us.
That's dope. Wow. I have to be honest, I was so nervous to meet you for the first time. I was just like, I mean, Haiti is in here. Shout out to Ladies Pitch.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God, he's here. I'm like having a whole anxiety attack. I'm like, ugh. I was so nervous, and that's why when we were recording, I asked you about authenticity. I was like, this is really a platform of authentic people, and I think that's rare to find these days, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, well, again, authenticity. I mean, listen. I mean, people will look at me with a fitted hat, white tee, Air Max on, and then assume like, nah, he ain't no principal. He ain't used to be no principal. But go check the record. Go Google me, and you'll see that I was one of the most successful principals in New York for a long time, and now I'm coaching some of the most successful, principals across the country. So when I'm talking about authenticity, the people that we talk about, Akbar, Dr. Riley, Laze, all of these people in the room, good and damn well. Huh?
I said, speaking of, I just got a request for somebody to join in. So
Who that?
Yeah,
I'm in here.
I'm
What
in
up,
here.
man?
Hey, Hey, D, where you at, man? You look somewhere
Yo,
hot, man. Where you
yeah,
at,
bro.
bro?
Yeah, man. I'm down south, man. I'm down in Florida, man.
Listen,
I'm down
listen.
in Florida.
Talk that big money talk, man. You can just get up and go
Yeah.
take off when you want.
For
Talk
real, man. Yeah, I've been down here for about a week. You know what I'm saying? The
you
family. Yeah, I've been down here. Matter of fact, I got down here Saturday morning. But the family actually was down in Orlando for the week before. So then I just told them, you know what? When y'all done up there, y'all just slide down to the Fort Lauderdale area and we come hang out for a couple of days. So yeah,
see,
but that's
he talking that big money talk. Look, he just can get up
Joe,
and go. That's that entrepreneurship right there, man. Where he can just get up and go.
yeah, but that's real right there. And you know what? And I honestly, and I actually wish the same for everybody in the sense that that's why I'm always pushing about monetizing your intellectual property and really making that money, doing what you need to do, doing what you love to do. Because at the end of the day, as educators, listen, man, you pass out tomorrow, man, there'll be a new principal the next day. You know what I'm
You
saying?
already know.
And that's how it is in any job. So I'm strongly recommending that people who are here, who can under the sound of my voice, understand. Listen, people talk about living your best life and all that. Listen, I'm never that kind of dude to brag about that stuff. I don't talk about it. I just do it, and I just say to people when we talk about OSG, none of us is feeling some kind of way because I'm down in Florida chilling right now. Everybody like, yo, I'm going with you next time. And I know that's how Ak and everybody in the crew gets down. So I think Danielle, I think it's good to ask Ak, about
No, wait a minute.
no,
Before we get on me. No, Dennis, no, I'm gonna stop
I
you
just
right
ask.
there.
All
No,
right, bro. All
no.
right.
First and foremost, hats off, Tall Girl Tuesday, Danny. Y'all did y'all thing. Amazing episode. But I got a bone to pick with both y'all because y'all came to West Side, my team made the poster, and then you guys don't do it like we can see. It's not a visual. What's the problem? Tell me what's the problem because I got CEO
You want me to tell
OSG
you?
right here. Yeah, you
You want
tell
me
me
to tell
the
you?
problem.
oh,
Let me
good.
tell you. Hold on. Let me tell you the problem. Right. The problem is when I ran up in the spot to go be interviewed. Right. I told Danielle and what's her name, Haiti. Right. I
Uh-huh.
told both of them, yo, this right here ain't gonna work because they had the banner in the back. It was a little lopsided. It was a little low, all kind of stuff. And I told them, yo, listen, D, that's not gonna work. Maybe we should go and film over there. She said, nah, I got this. This is what I do. I said, all right. And I just sat down. Crossed my hands like this, and just all right. Go ahead, start the interview. It wasn't until a couple of days later when she was editing, she was like, "Oh, it didn't come out right." All right, no problem. But I came on this live today just to let her know that although she messed up, she's still always G. I'm gonna come out here and support her regardless. So
Look at
yeah,
you
so that's
all
what
in,
happened.
All right, I see
Huh?
it now.
look at you
Yeah.
all in the comments talking about get her.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
my
she was.
God. That's my God. Yeah, that's my God. Devour. What's up, baby? Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
man, so we were talking earlier, and she and Danielle asked me a question, about OSG, and like I told her, it just means something to so many people in the crew. And I know me and you just met. Yo, it's bug because I told Danielle during our interview, yeah, I just met Ak a little over a year ago. And it might seem that me and Ak know each other forever, but that's kind of let you know what kind of kindred spirits we have. But the reality of it is, man, like I just know Ak for a little over a year, maybe a year, not even a year and a half yet, and that's my brother for life, like for real, for real. So I just want everybody to know that, like me and Ak, I ain't no dude that long, but I know that dude now. Yo, he's my brother for life. So Ak, tell us about OSG, man, what it means to you, how you got involved in it, and stuff like that, because I know you was a big contributing factor of Danielle coming to the crew.
absolutely. So what happened with me? We started having. Shout out to Jamila T. Davis. She was coming across the water, and around this time, it was like the height of what was going on with me. I'm going all around the country, Dennis, and it's like a lot of the times I'm doing this stuff on the strength. But I know, not saying it's about the bag because what we do in education is about the kids. Nobody gets an education saying they're gonna get the rich. They're gonna get rich. It's just not what it is,
Yeah.
right? It's almost a selfless job. But I knew, Oprah came to my school. I Oprah on the number blocks. Like that's huge. You know what I'm saying? On Ellen. So it was like I reached out to Jamila. I said, Jamila, man, like, I know you were going all over the country, and I know Jamila about that bag. Jamila is going to show love, but at the end of the day, Jamila was going, you know what I mean, get to it. So she was like, listen, I got this guy over there in New York named Dennis, and I'm going to bring him over. So that was all she said. So when you came over, I see Laze in the building. I see the Queen Lioness, April. When you came over, you know, you told me what you was doing, Harlem's Children's Zone. You know, now you are, you know, a consultant or a leader or a mentor to other principals. And then you started talking, shout out to Nadia, she ain't here. But it was like, you know, some people just be talking. Then it's like, I hate people that just talk. And you was like, yeah, man, I'm going to get you come over. We're going to do that. I'm thinking you just said, yo, let's have lunch. Give me one of those. Let's have lunch. I ain't think nothing about it, right? My boy Dennis called me, said, come on over. I shot over the water. And when I say it was love, we went right to Otto. Then we went to Marie. Then we went to my boy Malik. We had somebody else, Dennis. It was 3 that day.
Marie, it was Otto, Marie. Yeah, now we went to 3 people that day,
Yeah.
but you met Jabari. You met Jabari, so that's why I felt like
Jabari too. And then you came across the water. You brought the whole crew. You bring my sister Rochelle across. My boy Smitty came across. You know what I mean? And it was just so much. I mean, with the other guys, with Malik, with Marie, you know, the whole team. They came across Jabari. They came across the water, and I just felt like a family. Even though it was like my first time meeting everybody, and you know, Sakina know, Brown know. Sometimes when you're in Newark, you know what I mean? It's like you really can't, you know what I mean? You don't feel that love. It's like you got to go across the water. You got to go into another state to feel some love. And you guys ain't never did that to me. So it was like, you know what? Let me get with the crew. And it was dope because everybody was dope. Everybody was fly. Everybody was doing their thing. And it wasn't no egos. It was like, oh, you doing that? Well, guess what? I'm doing over here. It was like a little mini competition. And meanwhile, you just was Yoda, just navigating all of Jedi. You feel me? You was just navigating all of that. And when the world shut down, y'all, like it was a lonely job. I mean, we didn't know what to do for our kids. We all was helpless. And Dennis decided to put this meetup on Zoom, and it was like, you know, 90 principals got together on there, and we just got to talk shop, man. I didn't feel lonely no more. I just felt like I had a brotherhood, a sisterhood, and we family. So, you know, I started, you know, my reach was going crazy. You know what I mean? I got Danny to come through. I got some of my people to come through. I got my boy Otis in Tampa, my boy Stud down in Kentucky, JT in Tennessee. I got my boy Rob from LA. I got Stacy from Vegas. Yo, I was stunting on y'all bringing people. Then I had Rachel. And
Jessica
come from Scotland and England. Like, you know what I mean? I got some Zimbabwe. Some of my people from Zimbabwe about to come now. I got my boy Mark. They're in Utah and Kentucky. Damien. So yeah, I'm stunting on all of the love I got going across the United States. But when it's all said and done, y'all, as a family, and Dame and Uncle Laze and Dennis been like the big bros and ain't helping us navigate, you know, education, but also thinking selfishly sometimes and building legacies for our own family. So that's what it is. I'm sorry, Danny, I was long-winded, but he asked me a question. I had to do my thing.
What did you think about the episode?
I thought the episode was dope. I wish I could have saw it, but I think you got the most out of Dennis. Like Dennis, like when you start going on these trips around the world, like Dennis is doing now, you start to say the same thing over and over again, Danny. And I think you brought some other things that I didn't hear Dennis talk about. I mean, he obviously talk about his kids, but I ain't know Michael was 30. Like, I got that out of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, you know what I mean? So it was just so much. I just think you went in depth, and I just wish people could have saw it because both y'all was stunting in there. You had to focus on the love, the camouflage girl. Shout out to my boy Live. He was in here. Chizo in the building, right? And then Dennis was stunting with, you know, the injury special. You know what I'm saying? He had the jacket on. So it was love in the West Side. You know what I mean? And y'all was in my new economic opportunity center. So I thought it was fly, but you don't know how to tape. So you know how that goes.
Yeah. She messed up big time.
Uncle Lace said he was long-winded.
Oh, Uncle Lane, he said I was long-winded just now?
Talking up a storm.
Oh, nah. He was talking about me because what it is, because he know, like, and I know that too. Listen, B, I'm not into the whole bunch of talking. Like, I'm just not. Like, I'll say a couple things here and there, but then I just keep it moving because, listen, how many times I'm gonna say the same thing? How many times? Like, but I'm glad that Ak did point that out. Is that in your interview skills, was on point. You know, even though you was mad nervous at first, I was about to take over the damn podcast and do it for you. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna let her do her thing. But no, to be honest, man, I'm not big on talking. I'm really not. This job as an educator will force you to do things that are very uncomfortable for you. And, you know, now running a really successful organization like OSG kind of forces you to talk to people and stuff like that. But reality of it is, I don't. That's not my style. It really isn't. You know, I'd rather just stay low and just, you know, and let my crew talk. You know, talk about that work. So, so I definitely put. That was good that you pulled that out, man. And people don't know, man. I have a 30-year-old son, B. I have a 30-year-old son, man, that's doing real big things and stuff like that. So I'm definitely not into talking.
But Dennis, let's talk about how you Dennis Danielle after that. So Danny has this podcast. God. Yeah, we got to get you right. So she has this podcast, and she just be sitting on it. It's like, what are you doing? Like I already told her, I said, Action got shows, right? I said, yo, get Action out there, the podcast. Then Queen Lioness. Then you got the Meetup. Then you got the Raw Perspective. Now you got Coast to Coast. You got all these shows, and I'm like, yo, use your skill set. You've been with OSG since June. Like, why are you not? And you support everybody. Like I said, you have my boy Live in here. Like you support everybody. My boy Zeke and the whole Orange movement. You feel me? Like you always supporting. Like, yo, so show people how to get to it. And Dennis, I just sat back, got quiet, and watched him mentor the hell out you. And now guess what? We all got all our shows on Spotify, all of that. I see Raleigh in the building. I see my boy Chad Barnes, not Chad, that's the young Barnes in there. I see you, Sir Bowties. But yeah, man. So it's love. But yeah, Dennis, talk about how you had to get it, bro.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? You know, again, part of the responsibility that I have as somebody who coaches and mentors people is like, yo, to pull out of them what they already got in them. You know, I'm never understand like how people call themselves very straight shooters, straight to the point. I'm authentic. I'm this, I'm that. But you can't make a simple decision about being great. Like, what are we talking about? Like, why do you have to think so hard about being great? I didn't tell you to start something that you didn't do on a regular basis. So pulling it out of Danielle was similar like I do when I speak with all the principals. It's like, yo, stop telling me what you can and can't do. Like, I mean, if I could do it, you could do it. And Ak, you know what this is. You know what I mean? When people think about West Side and what you're doing at West Side, that didn't happen by accident. That took work. That took somebody saying, you know what? I'm not going to be last. I'm going to make sure my kids get everything that they want and stuff like that. So it's the same thing I said to Danielle, which is like, yo, B, like, what are you doing? Like, how are you not taking this talent and making something of it? And literally, I spoke to Danielle on Friday. I had the OSG podcast up and running by Monday morning. That's how dope she is. So, you know what I'm saying? And then you can't wear that cape. You can't wear that OSG cape right there and not be a superhero. You know what I mean? Okay. That's a suit. You know what I'm saying? That's a cape you wear right there. And everybody in here understands what this is about. This is about being a superhero. And we're gonna be a superhero for these kids. You know, I was in the movie, you know, my school was in the movie Waiting for Superman. And the whole concept behind it was that ain't nobody coming to save us. We out there, we waiting for Superman to come and save us. Ah, man, and he never comes. But the reality of it is that superheroes in your school every day. Just go to the principal's office and you see exactly what I'm talking about. Their suits become their costumes and their uniforms. But more importantly, that OSG, when you see that, you just know you're a superhero.
Yeah, we just took over your show, Danny. Like, we known for doing that, but
yeah, that's what we do.
I'm always down to get a message, always.
And the team is in here crazy. I see you, Black Genius, like it's love. But so, Danny, talk about, I mean, without giving it away, because if people want, you know what I mean, your intellectual property, they got to come and speak to you. But talk about what you did for OSG and putting this on, you know, Anchor and Spotify. Can you talk about that? Because we ain't really go ham with it yet. Like, we got to really let people know that Dr. Riley, she on season 2, and we just putting up season 1. The Lioness is up. Happy 50th. Not to put out your, your age and stuff, but
ready. She put it there.
Okay, yeah. She half a century, and you know, and let's talk about what you did though.
So yeah, podcasting, I feel like it's a new way of, like, that's how people want to hear their content. So when you guys kind of, I'm gonna say y'all ganged up on me at
I
that.
absolutely bullied you, straight
Yep.
bullied.
And once we decided the official OSG podcast, and Dennis gave me the green light, and I'm like, okay, I can be a little bit more creative. It was an honor to be able to do that for someone else. I'm just knowing how to take care of myself and do the things that I like. So then I just broke it down by, okay, your show with Principal Ra, y'all have your
Coast to coast.
West Side
Co-
went. It worked out. And then I believe Dr. Riley's show, we put in a Monday slot, and Friday's the Lions Den, because that's when it already airs, so it kind of worked out. And then we have Uncle Laze going in the Tuesday slot. So we need somebody for that third.
We got you. We got you. We got you. We got that all lined up. April's next up the bat. April's next up the bat. April got some stuff coming too.
Yeah, it was an honor for me. I was glad to do it. You gave me a deadline, and I was like, oh, I beat deadlines. That's easy for me. And it was a pleasure. I mean, I've already supported you guys' platforms anyway, so it was an honor for me to put it onto the podcast platform, because Dennis texted me. No, I think you called me or texted me and was like, you got to tell me about this whole podcast wave, because apparently people are interested in it. So right now, I'm still waiting for some information to come back from iHeartRadio. That's going to be the next biggest streaming platform for the official OSG podcast. But right now we're on Anchor, Spotify, Breaker, all of the most of the major ones. So yeah,
what's up?
It was dope.
Nah, that's what's up, man. Nah, man, you know, man, you my brother for life, man. Tell everybody about that Focus on the Love. That's about to drop in a couple of weeks, couple of months, as a matter of fact.
You done caught me off guard. I don't even know where the book at, but yeah, I gotta get up. I gotta get up and get a copy. Did it?
Yeah, but you know what? But I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? Go get that book, and I want people to see.
I got it. No, I got it. It's here. It's here.
You know,
so, you know what I was saying on the Zoom we just was on. I was saying I didn't want to. First and foremost, I didn't want to just do a book. We all know some authors. They just do the book and it's just sitting on their shelf. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something that I would read, because I'm like a guy that go write for content, Dennis. Like, you would tell me, like, to read this novel, I'm not really reading it. I'll wait till the movie come out, right? But if you say, man, it was this dope article and so and so and so, I go there every day, all day. Like, I want information right then and there. I don't want to hear Once Upon a Time unless it's in a movie. For real, that's just me. So I wanted to create a book, Dennis, that was almost like a how-to. And it was like, lead with love. Like, I don't care what business you're in. You could be in the business of, you know, you could be the head custodian, you know, at your facility. You could be a CEO. You can be a coach, because everybody think like, you know, like, I coached my ass off. I didn't coach my ass off. I loved my ass off. And my kids just went through the wall and got to it, and we won state championships. It's all about, they knew I would ride for them, and they rode for me. So I wanted to create, like, you know, like a how-to, or how just, you know, transform your organization with love. And that was it. So I got, first and foremost, it took Dennis and Laze and Dame and then the rest of the crew with all their books and stuff. So it was like still sharp and still. So like, you know what? Let me sit down. So we got with Dr. Selden and I got Bella and a couple of my teachers involved too. So my crew at the school, Westside, and we just created a dope book, man. And I can't wait for the world to see it. But getting back to what I said, Dennis, I didn't want to just release this and just be like, oh, I'm an author. I'm not into just names and titles. I really wanted to do something with it. So, you know, we supposed to be going back to Ellen when my farm is done. So I pushed the book back to then. My kids will be back in the building, so I'll see their faces and all that love. And meanwhile, Dennis, and this was big with us, we wanted to get westsideave.com up and running, because I want my kids to get money off this. You feel me? Like what we doing with Westside Ave, we are creating a lot of merch. Shout out to Lava. He just dropped off all of the goods. My bad. That was low power mode, but I was saying shout out to Lava. He dropped off some stuff. So we got all this merchandise that when we go live, you guys are going to get to pick a kid. I got testimonies, Dennis, from my kids. Testimonials like, listen, my name is Akbar Cook. I'm a junior at Westside. I'm trying to work to support my family because, you know, my mother ain't doing well. Like, when somebody hear that, Dennis, like, if you don't feel that, like, I don't know what, but my kids are going to get 20% off all sales, everything. The rest of the money then is going back to re-up on the product, but also going to go back to put money in their little tank to get their LLC. So I got Nadia on here. Nadia going to get all my babies their LLCs that want it, and we're going to have all these little entrepreneurs. So that's focusing on love. Then it's never been about money. You know what I'm saying? What Hov say, put me anywhere on God's green earth and I triple my worth. Like, I'm going to get it, but now I'm trying to show my kids that. So that's focus on the love. That's what we doing. Be on the lookout. Like I said, my farm, all my people in Newark going to see when that farm go up. And when that farm break, get to it, then we definitely going to release it. And hopefully it's going to go crazy, man. Shout out to Boy Rock. He a #1 bestseller, so it's only right that I come behind him, pause, and I do the same thing. You feel me?
But you know what's funny about that, again, when people talk OSG, and again, you think about where you were a year ago. You just think about, matter of fact, you think about last summer. Me and Danielle, one thing you don't know is when he was getting all of these promises for book deals and all this other kind of mess. And I was like, come on, B, them joints sound like bum 360 deals, like in the industry. Like, I'm not letting my man take that. So I ended up saying, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to start OSG Publishing. So OSG Publications is an actual, open up to the first page there. Let them see that that's legit. Open up to the front page of that book and see who published that book. Because my thing is, it ain't about me making a whole bunch of money. Take a look. OSG Publications right there.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So what we going to do, what we going to make sure happen is people like and everybody else, y'all never get taken advantage of by any other book company out here that's just promising you that they're going to take care of you and stuff like that.
But talk to them, Dennis. Tell them what the deal was.
They was like
two of the biggest companies out there for educators. What were they talking, Dennis?
They was about to give my man $1.75 or $1.70
per book. It was $1.50, Dennis. $1.50
per book. Per book.
What?
They gonna sell the book for. They gonna sell the book for $30, but they gonna give my man $1.50. I looked at Ak. I said, "D, you must be crazy."
Is that standard?
Yeah, they told me that was standard. It was like, if you're not like a big name, like you ain't teach like a champion, he probably got $1.50 his first book. They said everybody get $1.50. That's what they try to give me, y'all.
And look, and my thing is, at the end of the day, I never want anybody that I care about to ever feel like they got to jump at some kind of deal like that. Nah. Forget that. I would rather him keep his own royalties, keep his own book, keep his own image. Nobody needs to whitewash him or nothing like that. Let Ak be who Ak is. And you know what? And then Ak takes the bulk of the money. That's the ideal scenario of what that should look like. And all I did was, like you say, you know what? I ain't letting you go out like that. But you know what? I couldn't just say that and leave it there. I had to go create. So what did I create? OSG Publications, just so that Ak and everybody else after that listen, people can go get your book published, whoever you want to. I'm just telling you, if you don't want to just be suckered into some foolishness like that, then just holler at me. That's all that is. And so, like I said, with Ak, it was one of those things where I said, I can't let him go out like that. But the move itself was everything. And that's what I wanted to make sure that everybody knew, is I didn't just talk about it, I did it. So I never had no desire to start no publishing company, but I did it because my man needed me to, because everybody else coming behind me gonna need that too. So I had to just keep it a buck with that. So every aspect of this is what it's about, Danielle, is that's what OSG is supposed to do. If y'all got something, y'all got a need, we supposed to all just rise to the occasion and support. So my man right there is not only gonna be a bestseller, he's also gonna make history with the number of books he sells, but the lives that he impacts as well. So just know Ak is bigger than a book. We couldn't put that man in a book if we tried, but he did his damnedest to make sure that we understood that what he's able to deliver, he did it. Ak was a dude who could tell you, I ain't writing no book. He'll tell you that in his office.
Now, this ain't no biography, y'all. This ain't that.
Ak told me in a heartbeat, B, I'm not doing none of that. But I said, nah, B, this is about my brother. This is about me making sure that my man is going to be a bestseller, but he ain't got to jump through nobody hoop. He ain't selling out for nobody, no nothing. And that's what it's about. So, nah, man, I salute that man big time. I salute him.
Nah, salute to you. Salute to you and Denise, and like I said, Laze and everybody else that put that battery in my back. You know what I'm saying? You got Malik, he writing. Sakina got a book. You know, you got April. We got everybody writing books, and all of them doctors over there, man. I feel like principals already nerds, but y'all really make me feel like a nerd. Dennis working on his doctorate right now. Fia. It's like, yo, I just can't wait. I told Dennis I'm gonna flex on him, Danielle. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get an honorary doctorate. I'm gonna be Dr. Cook too.
Hey. Oh, Mr. Dash is in the building.
Yes. I told him to come through. Come on through, Dame. Come on through, Dame.
Yeah, Dame, send the Nicolette, send the thing. I see Captain Kirk in the building.
Yes. But now, there he is.
That's live.
You know he had the flex.
Yeah.
4 people on live.
You know that, Dame?
Come on, Dame. You gotta.
They did Zoom on live now.
Yeah.
Wow. Word.
Yeah. So chillin', Dave. So our girl over here, Danielle, she got her podcast, Tall Girl Tuesdays, and she was one who was responsible for getting OSG on the podcast. So she been with us since June, B, and she been keeping it on the low. And so I said,
She be quiet.
She be real quiet.
She be on there quiet.
She be quiet, Dame. So I said, you know what? Let's bring Dame on. Dame, holla at her, man. Tell her what's OSG to you.
I mean, OSG is the answer to the question, like, how do we help? OSG.
Yeah, that's Rich. That's Rich, guys.
Here come that Wi-Fi, Dame. Come on with that Wi-Fi, Dame.
That's Rich guy problems right there.
You know what I mean? But
we
like
ain't
I
hear nothing
said,
you said, Dame. We ain't hear nothing.
Nothing? Oh, okay. Well, what I said
Wi-Fi,
was
man.
OSG is the answers to the questions. The how do you help? OSG is the how do you help? You know, it's bringing awareness to the things that need to be fixed, but then actually fixing them. And then it also makes me look real smart because I'm always talking to principals. But also it's the future of education, the future of communication, and the narrative of what, our younger versions of ourselves need to be seeing, what our older versions of ourselves need to look like when we all get up and have conversations. This is what 50 and 40 and 30 look like when you're helping people,
Where Dusko at, Dane? Come on, you guys.
Can we see the baby?
I just walked through the baby yet. He in his room. I just walked in the house. Hold on. I'm walking. I had to wash my hands and gargle.
So then, yeah, what did you think? You thought I was just gonna come through by myself?
I'm like, this is not happening right now. I'm like,
what you thought I wasn't gonna bring the crew with me?
You're not in the room.
Such an honor.
What you thought I was? You thought I was coming dolo? I never moved dolo. Look at this crew.
And Dame got the OSG on. I know you ain't got the ring on though, Dame. You got the ring on too, Dame?
Yes, I do. You see it?
OSG,
you see that championship, man? Where Dusko's where? Oh, there you go. Dusko's on the potty, learning how to potty. Hey, what's up?
Check him out. Check him out.
He 4 months old on the potty. He's not trying to do the diaper thing too much. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Look at this.
Saving the environment. That's part of OSG curriculum. There's Rocky. Say what's up.
I see Rock. Hey, Rocky.
Rocky.
There, wait for it.
They're on IG Live.
This is amazing.
That's crazy. That's like IG Live is Zoom now. Wow, look at that. Okay, buddy. I didn't mean to show everybody you doing the stinky, but okay. But yeah, that's what Baby Dusko was doing. He was learning how to go stinky. One part of the OSG curriculum from the womb to 3 years old. So, we got him on a real regimen, and he's enjoying it. And he don't want doodle on his butt very long. He don't want to get his booty wet. He's ready to sit on the toilet as soon as possible. That's a certain form of independence early. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's what we're doing.
See that, Danielle? You see that, Danielle?
I see it.
All right. So you asked what's OSG? You see it right here on the screen. You see, you want to know? It's greatness, man. It's Black excellence. It's people who ain't gonna just take no for an answer. It's people who gonna find a way and make a way even when they ain't one. So when we look at people in this room right now, come on, we got bestsellers, we got moguls in the room. We have nothing but the top principals in the country. Come on, like we You want to know what it is? That's what it is. And then now we got you part of the team. Come on, man. How can we lose? How can we lose?
And Dennis, my boy Dame said some powerful stuff earlier today, man. He said, fame, fame is one thing, but he said, I'm famous because of how I fight. You know what I'm saying? Like not taking no stuff, being fearless. That's crazy, Dame. You want to talk about that, Dame? How, like, you known for fighting the good fight too, bro.
I mean, yeah. I'm famous for shaking shit up. I'm famous for fighting and conquering things that I believe in. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a singer or an actor. Even
You're a
though
rock star, though,
I felt
Dang.
like it.
You're a rock star, though, Dang.
That I
Shout out to the
am.
Black Guns. Yeah, shout out to Black
That I
Guns.
am. But the reason why people and why I'm relevant now is just because of my battles. But I always win the war. I like to fight. And I don't mind learning from losing. As long as I win the war. And that's what I'm famous for. So guys like Mark Anthony and Alexander the Great, back in those days, it didn't matter how much money you had. If you ain't go have a battle or fight some kind of war, you wasn't famous. And I'm famous for the shit that I want to be famous for, fighting for what I believe in. I ain't famous for selling nothing. I'm famous for fighting for.
So Danielle, you see what happened when you let OSG in the building?
Absolutely.
We just take over the whole podcast. We take over the whole show. We take
I
over the
put it
whole
on my
show.
calendar, something that Dame always says, and I wrote it down to remind myself every day. And it says, control your narrative. And then it says Dame Dash, because that's something that he always says, and it's something that I preach to myself every day. So
yeah, well, again, this is what OSG is right here. People want to know, and you and listen, ain't enough boxes. There's enough squares in this IG to see what we all about. But you know what? I think you get the picture now. When you see Big Dame Dash, you see Akbar Cook, you see Danielle in the room. You basically know what this is about now. So shout out to the whole OSG family who's in the building.
And we about rapid action. It's about showing up as soon as you're called. You know what I mean? So we get a call, we show up rapidly. It's not talking about it. It's about doing it. If we bring awareness to something, we have to have a solution in the next week. And then we showcase that. We don't only showcase, we showcase answers.
Wow. Come on, Danielle. We're going to give you your show back. We're giving you your show back. Now it's your show.
Dame a question. You got Big Dame Dash on. Ask him a question, man. Before he got to do his Dusko time.
Well, I was in a meeting today, and I know they were talking about finding, like, I'm trying to find, like, how to get, what is it called? Like ads and stuff and sponsors for my podcast. That's one thing I've been struggling to get. So I picked up some tips today, but if you have any advice for me, please let me know.
Well, as it relates to a podcast, what I understand, you just have to be consistent. So you got to come out at a certain time, at a certain day.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's once a week or once a month, whatever it is, you just got to be consistent. And once you can showcase who your demographic is, you can get ads catered to that.
Yeah, so far I've been doing that. I'm every Tuesday at noon, streaming on all podcast platforms, YouTube, all of that stuff. Since you're here, I'm going to shamelessly plug and ask you, hopefully one day you can be a guest. That would be nice. That would be.
Well, that's not a problem. I talk for free and for fun. If you're willing to listen, then I will talk.
Absolutely.
And he's matching you matching his fly today because y'all both rocking the OSG hoodie. OSG shirts.
Socks though. Y'all ain't got the OSG socks.
Don't
ever match my fly because then I got that too. So don't do that.
Always. That's
nah,
what it is.
Dame, man. We know you had a long day, Dame, man. I know it's family time now.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
Rocky, look at the baby. Okay.
He back.
Yeah.
St. Patty Day.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take a family photo because they're all green.
You're not. And I think y'all just gotta understand one thing about Dame, man, is that it's about family, fam. and he's genuine about that. He's unapologetic about that. Call him what you want, but the one thing you can't take away from that man is that he is an actual man, a real man that takes care of his family, one who loves his family, and one who loves people who love him. So I can just tell y'all, get to know Dame. Don't watch all the goddamn videos and read all the articles and shit. Sometimes you might have to actually get on a live with him and see what Dame is really about. And he's been nothing but a stand-up dude from the time we all met him. And he's helped all of us become great. So
download that app, man. And download that app, man.
Thank you, Dennis. And I'm gonna forgive you for wearing that red Yankee hat because it ain't no red Yankee uniform.
But I'm still fly. You already know, bro. You already know.
I forgive you because you said something like
talk that talk, Big Dame.
So you know,
but Dame, for
OSG,
real, bro, you big.
You know, it's unapologetic, but you know, it's they're gonna get at you. You can get jumped in at any moment verbally if you ain't doing the right thing. But nobody gets mad. But for the record, if you can show me a Yankee uniform that's red, then I'll wear that hat. But other than that,
and I stay. The good thing about it, Dave, is I stay fly.
You fly, but you know, I got you. But anyway, that's like, I ain't gonna say that. But anyway, OSG is a family, and we all love each other. It's love and love. But no more red Yankee hats.
And I'm gonna wear that shit every day. Yo, listen, hey yo, Dame, I'm representing for my man Laze from MOP. You know what I'm saying? Laze can do it, I can do it. Right, Big Laze?
Why you come on, Dennis? You setting Laze up, man. You know.
Yeah, don't put Laze in
bro.
there. That's a Johnny Dangerous hat right there, but it's all good. That's like a red OSG. We ain't even doing that right now. You know, we like to snap too. So, you know, we regular people. We like to laugh.
We got to give her a podcast. We got to give her a show back, Dave. Come on, we got to give her a show back.
Let me give you a show back. And for the record, no red Yankee hats.
I'll be quiet on
Much
this one.
Yeah, thanks.
Wait, hold on. Tell me about it.
I don't
now, don't even say you're going to be quiet. Now you got to say something.
Won't wear fitteds in Newark, man. Won't do that. That's your Harlem jumpers, man. Y'all do that in Harlem.
I respect. All right. You can have your podcast back. Thanks for letting me be on it.
Thank you.
Shout out to Dennis and I, superheroes, you know, and we just going to continue. We look forward to the future. We let the past go unless we learn from it. You know, no fear. Because fear is artificially implanted in us to stop us. No fear.
Thank you.
Salute, Dame.
Salute to you, Dame.
Salute. Let's go. All right, cool.
Captain Kurt, thank you. Somebody.
All right, so what did you think? What did you think, Danielle? Did you really think I was coming in here without the crew? Did you think that?
I thought you was up to something, but you know.
Come on, man. Come on. Listen. Nah, and I think what Dame kind of sums it up, like we talked about by way of family, is that it's just not about talk, it's about real action. You know what I mean? Dame has devoted so much time and energy into helping support what we do that I'm never going to let somebody just say that Dame that we saw or that dude who's an asshole on occasion is really Dame Dash, because that's not it. What you saw just now was Dame Dash. What you saw with the love he has for his family, that's Dame Dash. The dude who came on your podcast just because we told him to come on, that's Dame Dash. You got what I'm saying? He ain't doing that for everybody. So salute to you. I'm hoping that this was even better than the podcast that you and I did. Nah, you ain't supposed to say that. You're supposed to say, nah, it ain't nothing like that joint right there. We can't breathe. You done fell for that joint, Danielle. You're supposed to say, nah, it ain't the same. Like it wasn't the same. But I appreciate all the love. That's what you're supposed to say. So you want to try that one again? Huh? You want to try that one again?
Yo, you got people in here, man, trying to say they want to be on the podcast. Then, yeah, you better get some of this Dame Dash traffic while you can. Before they all leave. That's that Dame Dash.
Link is in the bio. Send me an email. Let's do it.
So what else you got to say before we get up out of here, D?
Thank you both. Thank you both for staying on me to make sure I'm doing the things that I enjoy and say that I'm passionate about. I appreciate you both. And we got a season finale that's coming that's big.
That's what's up.
Sure
I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, D. Keep doing your thing, because if not, we gonna get on you until you become a superstar. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. I'm working on it. I'm doing it.
And save this and put it on your things so we can share it and stuff like that. Because Dennis the man. You got Laze in the building. Got a lot of love in here right now. Yeah, man.
Thank you all for tuning in as well. I appreciate all the love. Thank you, Kings, for your time.
Our pleasure. Thank you, D.
Episode all right. 7. It is out now, streaming everywhere.
D, when you coming back, Dennis?
I'll be back this weekend.
All right, we got a link. I got you know what I mean?
You got that stuff for me?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Listen,
yeah, I gotta come by. I'm gonna probably swing through there on Sunday. Matter of fact, I gotta come back through Newark anyway, so I might just come see you on Saturday.
All right. Let me know.
All right, bro.
Tall Girl Tuesday on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, all the other good stuff. See y'all.
Good night, everybody.
All right, D. Congratulations again on a successful night.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank
all
you.
Right.
All
we'll
right.
talk, all right?
Okay.
Later.
All right.